What is going on, Colts Nation? He is Jamal Lawrence, and I am Eric Smith, your co-host of the Colts Cast. We're back together. We are back.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to all the fans who have listened to us up until this point. I mean, it's been a year plus strong. This has been
Dope.
great. I appreciate every single one of you. So if you can, if you're on YouTube, please remember to like this video, subscribe, comment below with your thoughts. Really helps out that YouTube algorithm for us to get our video out to other Colts fans just like you. And ladies and gentlemen, it is completely free. The Indianapolis Colts received zero help from NFL teams across the nation last week as they let every AFC team fighting for a playoff spot win. I mean, they didn't let them do that, but there was one team that failed in that. Dun, dun, dun. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They lost to the Baltimore Ravens. Team we beat. Extending their loss streak to 3. They are on a tilt downward. So this is a perfect time for the Colts to seize the opportunity. Literally, right? I mean, around this time last year, I'm pretty sure we watched us blow a 33-point lead at halftime. Is that correct? Minnesota Vikings? Yeah. So what a time to be alive. Jamal, explain, because everyone's seen the title, explain to Colts Nation how this team can still win the AFC South, not just make the playoffs, win the AFC South.
How can these Colts win the AFC? It's simple, Eric. We talked about this a few episodes ago. Man, it's so crazy because when we mentioned it, it was kind of a pipe dream. It's like, Colts are kind of at a weird position right now. We have to win, and we just need a slew of things to happen in our favor. Well, guess what? Jags lost. We started winning. We're on pace right now, Eric. We are on pace.
They've lost the last 3.
The last 3. And it's just every week is something new with them. And I hope all the injuries and everything get better. I don't ever want to see any players go down. But for the sake of the Colts organization and what's going on right now in Indianapolis, this is a dream come true. The losses are a dream come true. I was actually reading this article earlier. Actually, before I get to that one, I'll just talk about this. Colts have to win the next 3 games. Plain and simple. We win the next 3 games. Jaguars lose a game. We can beat the Texans. We're in. We got this. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. We can get there just like that. And just for you guys, so you can get a kind of a visual here for us. This is off of NFL.com's website. This is just from today. Currently, right now, we're still at that 7 seed spot. If we lose, of course, our probability goes down to 43%. Currently at 54, and if we win, it bumps up to 71% chance of making the playoffs. So I know we're not talking about specifically the playoffs right now, but I just wanted to throw that out there because, like I said, this is fresh from today. So exciting times. Now, Eric, this is a really interesting article I was reading earlier from Colts Mailbag. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with that, but on there, JJ was talking about how not only can the Colts win the AFC South, but have an opportunity to be the number 1 seed in the playoffs, in the AFC side of the playoffs, and earn that first round bye week. How wild is that, dog?
They can't.
Oh, but they can. Would you like for me to breeze through this real quick?
So there's a theoretical chance that can happen?
There's a theoretical chance.
I'd rather not talk about fantasies.
We talked about a fantasy about the Indianapolis Colts having a chance of winning the AFC South, and we're like, oh, no, it won't happen. And now there's a theoretical chance that the Colts can win the AFC South.
Okay, let's hear it.
So just real quick for us here, breezing through. Basically, it says one last thing: the Colts do technically still have a chance to earn the number 1 seed. This is based off of next gen stats. There's a 1 in 5,000 shot this will happen. However, Colts win out and go 11-6. Ravens lose out and go 11-6. Jags go at best 2-1 and finish 10-7 or worse. The Browns, Chiefs, and Dolphins to go 1-2 over their final 3 games. That's what it takes.
I guess I could see that.
I know it's a wild scenario. But I just thought it was funny, and I thought it was interesting that there's obviously just a hope that's not there. But it's just kind of cool to see, just especially as we've seen this up and down of a season happen, where we started off hot and excited, then injuries happened, and then we kind of got nervous as we lost twice to the Jaguars. And we're like, well, AFC South is no longer in the picture. All of a sudden, we're back in contention of winning the AFC South and taking the title of the AFC South champion. I mean, that's exciting times. So
yeah, it's crazy how, like you said, Jamal, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I remember telling you, I was like, we probably aren't going to win the AFC South. The Jags kind of have like 3 or 4 games ahead of us. And then the Colts they not only did they become red hot, I mean, we're 5-1 since week 9. You know how many teams have a better record than that? One, the San
One.
49ers, arguably the best team in the NFL currently. And then the Jacksonville Jaguars, they've been just
Yeah.
use the word trash, but they've been losing their last 3 games. So it gave us an opportunity to kind of take this division. But it's going to be a little hard, I think, because we've all heard the news. Tony Brown and Isaiah
Mhm.
McKenzie. We've lost some depth here due to suspensions. Not only that, we were already pretty thin at wide receiver because Michael Pittman Jr. He went down with a concussion, that tough hit by Kazi. However, it looks like he's on track to play this.
Yeah, he was a full participant today, right? Or at least I think James Boyd said he didn't have on he was full contact. I think that's what it
Oh
was.
yeah,
It is
he was full contact, full participant today, along with Jonathan Taylor, like he was
Mhm.
yesterday. Yeah, that's really promising for the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, his head must be made of steel because he took a devastating hit that game, and I thought at least he'd be out a week. But Michael Pittman, he's a dog. So if we get them back, I'll feel better. But then again, it's the Atlanta Falcons, and they just lost to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Now, I know the weather was kind of crazy that day, but come on, man. Hey, look, Minshew Magic, we got him over the last 3 games, 64.2% completion rate, 256 passing yards a game, 7.1 yards per attempt with a 6 touchdown to 1 interception ratio. This is kind of the Minshew Magic we've been looking for. Those aren't over the top stats, but they are well above average. So I don't know, man. Number 1 seed, I won't say that.
Yeah, no.
But and then what's gonna happen is like 2 weeks from now, we're gonna be like, yo, we are the number 3 seed. There is a chance. That could actually that would be hilarious.
wild.
And I would eat my words for that. But I could very well see us with the 4 through 1 seed or 4 through 3.
Mhm.
I could definitely see. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, we're like right there, and we could definitely win the South. Kansas City, they've been struggling, so we could top them. I don't think the Dolphins go 1-2, but it could happen.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we would just essentially have to win out. But that seems probable as well, minus the Texans games. But we got the Falcons next. I'm calling that a dub.
Okay.
The Raiders, I ain't gonna lie. They put up like
high.
they put up 63 on the Chargers. I don't care. Like, I don't care what team it is, how bad their defense is. If you can put up 63 on an NFL team, yeah, I have my eyes on you. So, ever since they fired old boy, I mean they've been kind of firing. And then the Houston Texans, like I said, I've always said that's gonna be like a bowl game for us, like a pretty big game, because we all know how prolific CJ Stroud's been in his rookie year. That defense has turned around. Things are looking good in Houston. Things are looking crazy in the AFC South. Let's be honest. This is going to be one of the most competitive divisions going forward for years to come. And we all thought this was going to be one of the weaker divisions. That isn't the case, right, Jamal?
Yeah, no doubt at all. And it's only going to heat up even more. I mean, year after year, as more players going to come here, they're going to. I mean, it's an exciting time to be in the AFC South, especially. I don't know, man, just because it's the youth across this division, and it's just going to be. And we have such competitive players in this one. We're talking about like a Trevor Lawrence who was a dog in college, CJ Stroud who was a dog in college, AR another dog. These people they got that champion blood in them. They only want to win. They only want to succeed. So it's an exciting time. And we got a group of young coaches too.
Say Will Levis. God.
We got Will Levis too. My man.
Will Levis. Will Levis, I will
no, I'm
say
just kidding.
He has the heart. Like that man shows passion, but he needs to relax sometimes.
Yeah. And that he does need to relax. But you know what? I think too, from his standpoint, and I don't know how much of this is true of me just making this up. If I knew that Mike Vrabel wasn't really like feeling me at first, and he didn't really want me to be a starter, I'd probably
Mm.
have a little chip on my shoulder to be a little, I gotta show that I am somebody. I think he would have been a little more humbled had he got the nod earlier on, but because I feel like Vrabel still didn't even want to put him in, even until it was like, you don't have a choice. Now he's like, I gotta come in and be that guy. So
Not only that, he fell to the second round.
that too, yeah.
Mel Kiper was furious at that. No way that could happen. So then, his girlfriend debacle.
Yeah.
He was
Another one, man.
So yeah, he does have a chip or two on his shoulder. So I could see that, but he's always fired up every time I see highlights of him.
Yeah.
But again, AFC South winning it. The goal is playoffs. So if we make the wild card, I still think that's a dub. But if winning division, even better. It's just, if the Jags kind of control the destiny right now. So they have the tiebreaker over us. We don't control our own destiny. We're tied in overall wins. So they have to let up by one, and we have to get one more win than them. I mean, that's just how it is. But really, that graphic you put up, Jamal, we have a pretty good chance to make it to the playoffs, and it's going to get even higher after this win against Atlanta. What is it, 70-something%?
Almost up to 71% for us then.
I mean, I don't want to talk about how long ago was it when we had a 99% chance to make playoffs? Was that 2020?
Yeah, I went down to Jacksonville and stunk it up. Stunk it up.
I don't want to relive that.
And I know none of the players do either. None of the players do. I've heard plenty of players who were on the team during that time who said, that was the most miserable time of their life. It was worse than obviously losing to the Vikings last year about 30-something points. And that doesn't matter because you had a free pass to the playoffs, and all of a sudden it was just taken away from you in a gimmick game. Like that game was supposed to just be the biggest joke of a game, and all of a sudden your world's flipped upside down. So
they had fans dressed out there as clowns. In that one. Yeah, that was 2021, man. That was
rough time.
Yeah, but that was. Hey, we're not gonna. We're not gonna repeat history. We got a favorable schedule going forward. Really believe there is a chance now that we can win the AFC South. I think this Colts team is hungry for it. They've been on a prolific run these past 6 games. I don't see it stopping in Atlanta.
No, me either. And and this is my personal opinion, but Shane Steichen, I know for one, he would never jeopardize the team and the future of the team. So with him making these suspensions, based off of whatever happened, I know obviously we don't know now. Probably won't learn into the offseason. He ain't dumb. I mean, he's ruling with the iron fist right now. He's coming in here and showing everybody that it's got to be just straight on the straight and narrow. And I personally feel like if he thought that losing Brown and McKenzie was going to hinder us from the success of this season, maybe there's a chance you decide to push this off until later on and discipline during the offseason. But I think he has full confidence in his squad that we can show you that although these are key pieces for us, he can figure out something else. And I mean, I think is a good example. We look at the Eagles right now because the Eagles are up in shambles and they were fine when Shane Steichen was there. But now that he's gone, look what's going on. I don't know. I just feel like there's a little link.
Yeah.
There's a link somewhere.
No, yeah, losing your offensive coordinators, it's a big loss.
An authoritative one at that.
Shane Steichen has been hitting on all cylinders so far. I have nothing to say bad about him. He's showing accountability with this. But I do like to think kind of what you pointed out, Jamal. What if this happened between like DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart?
Yeah.
So we don't even know what happened, but
right.
How much are you willing to give up? We can speculate on that. All episode, but it will be interesting to find out what exactly happened. But hopefully that locker room is still straight and we're good to go because Jacksonville's about to lose against Tampa Bay.
Talk to him.
And we about to win against Atlanta. And if that happens, boy.
It's on and popping.
Trevor Lawrence is still hobbling, right?
Yeah. It's been a tough 3 weeks for him, and we can plan to make it a little tougher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's all I got, Jamal.
That's it for me.
Hey, we got next up, Colts Nation. Thank you for listening to us, everyone. We'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. Y'all take care.
Hey, take care.